Yes, people, we are back in the building once again. Home and away, Afcon live. The next game of today, a big game in this group. Egypt against South Africa. We're talking about Group B here. We already seen the first game of the second round of matches in this group between Zimbabwe and Angola. Ended in a 1-1 draw. Probably a fair result based on what we saw, but very, very difficult now for either of those teams to progress in this group. Depends really on what happens in this game now. Both of these teams obviously won their opening game against these respective teams in the previous match. Now a big clash between these two sides to see who can actually get the advantage in the group. Will it be Egypt or will it be South Africa? Big clash to come. A draw for either of these sides helps both of them and really condemns the other two teams, in all honesty, to crashing out of the competition. Should be interesting to see what happens right now. Big up to everybody who's watching right now. Make sure you're hitting the like button and subscribe button as well if you're new on YouTube. And if you're on X, where we are streaming live too, make sure you are showing us some love over there, hitting that like button on the broadcast, retweeting it out to all of your followers, following us on X, on Instagram, on TikTok. Kickoff is in about 3 minutes time. I'm just gonna refresh the thing over here because it looks like they're not ready. They're not ready to go. Wait. So it's here. It's a big game. It's on this. It's already on. It's on the main channel 4. It's on the main channel 4. I was about to say, I was like, what's happening? I'm gonna get into these lineups real quick. Just give me a second, people. Give me a second. But you already know it's gonna be a big clash between these two teams. Let me add the score banner up here. There we go. And let's get into these lineups actually, because we are basically here. Um, let me just share my screen just to give you guys a quick lineups for either of these two. So we start with Egypt. It's 4-3-3. El Shanawi, Mohamed Hani, Yasser Ibrahim, Rami Rabia, and Mohamed Hamdi. And then we have three in midfield. It's Marwan Atia, Zizo coming in off of the bench. Then we have Hamdi Fati. And then up front, they've gone again with the Mo Salah, Omar Mamouche, and Trezeguet trio, which they made the mistake in the first game, taking off Ashore, who was on the bench for Mohamed Mustafa. But they've decided to go with that front three again. Interesting to see what happens there. Now let's have a look at the South Africa side. Ronan Williams in goal, a back four of Mudau, Ngaza, Mbokazi, and Modiba. Then in midfield, it's Mbatha, Mukwena, and Sitole. Then up front, it is Moremi, who came off the bench and was really good in that first game against Angola. Apolis, who scored the goal, one of the goals in the game to kick things off for South Africa. And then Lyle Foster continues up top for South Africa. Big up to everybody. Those are the lineups. Let's get into the game. It is coming very, very soon. And let's go. Let us go. Let's see what happens here. This should be a good game. Let's see what happens here. Kickoff about to begin. And we've kicked off and they've had to restart. And we've kicked off. Here's Ronan Williams all over the top. Now Foster tackled there. Bafana Bafana looking to do some damage to Egypt in this game. Let's see what happens here. Here's Williams. Ball forward to Moremi. Here's Mo Salah now. Goes down under the challenge. This is Tole. Polis. Mudau. Here's Ngaza. Out wide to Modiba. And they give the ball away. Egypt couldn't go forward there. Mo Salah is Mudau. Here's Ngaza. Who's Mbokazi. Hits it long towards Lau Foster. Here's Mbata. Here's Polis. Mudau. Here's Mbata. Cross into the box. Shanawi. No, Shanawi with the long kick forward. Mo Salah just leaning into Modiba. Here's Williams. Mbokazi. Back to Williams. Here's Modiba. Marmouche. Trezeguet to Salah. Here's Trezeguet now. Cross into the box and cleared away by South Africa. And there's a foul by Lau Foster on Hamdi Fati. And ball goes out wide. Trezeguet. Marmouche trying to dribble past the South African defence. Here's Mudau. His Williams. Egypt to take the throw in here. It would be Mohamed Hani to take his Modiba for South Africa. It's another throw in to South Africa here. Modiba, quick throw into his Ngaza, his Mudau, his Foster in the box now, crosses it into the box, and Zizo back to his keeper, El Shanawi. Very surprising to see Zizo coming in. Very surprising to see Zizo come in here um, ahead of Ashore and Mohammed Mustafa Mohammed for Egypt, where I thought Egypt played a lot better with a more traditional striker up front instead of kind of going with the fluid attacking line of Trezeguet, Salah, and Omar Mamouche. But they decided to go this way. Here's Zizo, here's Salah, here's Hani, Zizo, here's Rabia. Sorry, this is Fati, Trezeguet, here's Atia, here's Yasser Ibrahim, here's Zizo. Long ball into the channel for Mo Salah to chase, and it goes out for a South Africa throw. It's going to be interesting to see how this all kind of unfolds, to be honest with you, because I feel like both teams are very strong. Both teams have a lot of chemistry within each side. Both teams understand that a victory here puts them in pole position in the group. It's finely balanced at this point. So let's see what happens. Here's Modiba for South Africa. Patient build up for South Africa, not really wanting to play through the midfield, are very much favouring the wide areas right now, and so are Egypt, to be fair. South Africa lose the ball there. Here's Yasser Ibrahim over to Rami Rabia. Here's Atia. Here's Rabia. Fati. Ibrahim. Hani. Now Foster chasing down El Shanawi. Mudal. Here's Salah now. There's a bit of space here now. Mo Salah. Good tackle. Good recovery from Mudal. Here's Mo Salah. Zizo. Fati. Here's Rabia. Zizo. Hani in behind Modiba and across the face of the goal, and Mo Salah was unable to get on the end of that cross, but it was close. Goes out for a goal kick to South Africa. in Gaza to Mudau. Lau Foster unable to gather, but here's Marmoush just marshaled out of the way by Mudau and Zimbata. Here's Modiba, ball out wide. Mm. Here's Izo for Egypt here. Here's Salah. Mo Salah just being fouled there by Moremi for South Africa. Free kick to Egypt. Here's Trezeguet. Good tackle. Here's Mudau. Williams. In Gaza. Mudau. Here's Mbata. And it goes out for a throw-in to Egypt. Here's Zizo. Hani. Yasser Ibrahim. Tried to switch the play. Mudau in the thick of everything. Right now, defensively for South Africa, here's Mo Salah. Bit of a wayward touch to El Shanawi. Modiba back to Ronan Williams. Here's Sitole. Mokwena. Here's Mudau. Apolis. Williams. Mbakazi. Modiba. Here's Modiba. Fires it into no man's land. Here's Hamdi to Salah. Here's Zizo. Sitole winning the ball. Modiba. Here's Yasser Ibrahim. Trezeguet. Here's Rabia. Here's South Africa trying to move forward here on the attack. Here's Apolis. Here's Rabia. Here's Yasser Ibrahim. It's Atia, Hamdi, Mamouche tackled there, heavy tackle there by Engazana. Mamouche down. Free kick to Egypt. Opportunity here for Egypt. Can they open the scoring from this free kick here? Zizo and Salah over the free kick. Sitole and Yasser Ibrahim just having a bit of contact. Ooh, that was a good ball by Zizo. And none of the Egypt players could get on the end of that ball. Between Trezeguet, Yasser Ibrahim, sorry, Rami, and Atia, none of them could get anything on it. Is Mokwena in Gaza. Mokwena. Egypt come away with the ball. Is Mamouche now, and he is fouled. Yellow card by Mokwena. The Egyptian, the Egyptians are asking for a red card, but like he's not the last man. Like it's a yellow card, and that's it. Egypt to take this free kick central, just outside of the D. And Mamouche was just fouled there by Mokwena, who's been booked. 20 minutes gone, 0-0 between Egypt and South Africa. Mo Salah, Mamouche, Zizo, all eyeing up this free kick. Let's see what happens from this free kick. Okay, it's a Mamouche free kick. Been given the nod by his teammate Mo Salah. Oof. That was close. It was close there for Mamouche. Let's have a look at it. Carl's wide. There's an opportunity there for Egypt, but wide. Here's Modiba. It's been an interesting first opening 20 minutes or so of this game. Both teams just kind of feeling each other out. Um, you know, more opportunities I would think on Egyptian side. They're pushing to try and get this opening goal. South Africa have failed to find themselves with a spell of possession that could open up an opportunity for themselves so far in this game, but we'll see how that kind of develops as the first half continues. Here's Trezeguet, well marshaled by Mudau, who he goes back to uh, Atia. Here's Fati. Here's Rabia. Here's Hamdi into Marmouche. It's a good tackle by Mbakazi, who's gone down, and he just passes it through here. It's going to be a corner to Egypt. Corner. And Zizo to take for Egypt. Hamdi heads it out for a goal kick to South Africa. This is going to be a cagey game because both of these teams understand their position in this group. They can either one of these sides do need to assert themselves to try and separate themselves from each other as they both won their opening games, but at the same time they could play it safe. The other two teams have only got a point each, and they will have to play either of these teams in the final game to try and get out of the group where they already have a sense of dominance already with the two wins on the opening day. So we'll see how it plays out in the rest of this game. There's a long ball forward towards Apollos. Is Foster. Is in Gaza. And Bukazi. Modiba. And Bukazi again. Modiba. Foster unable to find a teammate after peeling off of the back line. Here's Apollos, Sitole, Mudau, Apollos again. Scorer of the opening goal for South Africa in their first game against Angola. Here's Ngaza and Bokazi. Here's Mbakazi trying to go in behind to Moremi. And there's an opportunity for Mo Salah, but it runs into the hands of Williams. That's Mokoena, sorry, Apollos, who gave the ball away. There's a foul on Hamdi by Apollos. Atia to Rabia. Is Yasser, is Atia towards Zizo. The ball has gone out of play for an Egypt throw. High needs to take the throw. There's Foster trying to bully his way through. Bullies Yasser Ibrahim, takes a shot but comfortably into the hands of El Shanawi. But here come Egypt and they lose the ball there. Trezeguet loses the ball and fouls Mudau. Here's Moremi now, gets fouled. Yasser Ibrahim fouling Moremi. Hani as well, just pulling him back. Free kick to South Africa here. Trying to throw it into the box to try and bring another opportunity towards the goal of Egypt just shortly after Lau Foster had his opportunity now. Apollos and Modiba over the free kick. Can they fire something into the box here? Because I think they have a bit of height and physicality in the air over Egypt. They decide to take it short. Here's Mokoena and into the hands of Shinawi. Here's Zizo. Good play there by Mbakazi. I think it's been a big chess battle in the midfield between these two sides, making it very difficult for either team to get played through the midfield. So you're seeing a lot of activity on the flanks for either side, just trying to get in behind either defense. To be honest, Just over half an hour gone. Here's Moremi now with a bit of space for himself. Well defend. Oh, it's offside. Offside. Moremi there. Just went too early. Yeah, went too early. Here's Yasser Ibrahim. Here's Mamouche. Here's Moremi. Modiba. Williams. South Africa looking to get a foothold in the game from a possession perspective because they're not really able to string too many passes together without the break in play. Long ball given away again by South Africa. Is Atia. Fati. Sitting in the center of that defense, kind of making a three. Is Atia. Now Foster trying to press El Shanawi. Hamdi leaving the ball. Luckily able to recover it there. Rabia to Fati. Yasser Ibrahim. Hani. Lucky break of the ball. Is Atia. Here's Trezeguet. It's Trezeguet. It's Hamdi. Got cross and it's a corner to Egypt. Corner to come through for Egypt. Let's see what happens here. Corner comes in, headed away by Lau Foster. And it's a throw in to Egypt. And they get on with it quickly. Want to get a goal up before half time as they've had a better foothold in the game than the South African team. It's not necessarily a sustained wave of pressure, but more so more control in the game Egypt have had. They just haven't been able to make things work in the final third themselves. Is Yasser Ibrahim, Salah, Hani, Salah again, Yasser Ibrahim, Salah. Well marshalled by this defense of South Africa. They are not finding it difficult to. They're making it difficult for the Egyptians to get in behind, and they're not frustrated just yet. But You can see it. Zizo giving the ball away. Here's Apollos. South Africa can't break. They lose the ball. It's Hani. Salah being harassed by Modiba. It's Atia being followed. Salah by Modiba very closely, traveling into his own into the attacking half. Just a chase. Mo Salah is Atia. Ball out wide to Hamdi. It's Trezeguet trying to get in behind the South African defense, but cannot do so. And Gazana back to Williams. Lau Foster with the header, trying to lay on towards the path of Apollos, but it comes right back to Egypt. Here's Rabia, Atia, Zizo, Salah, Zizo, Atia going wide to Rabia. Here's Hamdi. Here's Ibrahim. And Zizo. It's Honey. Throwing to Egypt off of Madiba. It's Salah. Salah again. Oof. And Mudau just coming away with the ball there. Salah's down in the box though. South Africa not looking to is Foster. South Africa not looking to put the ball out of play. They're going to continue. And they give the ball away there. Salah just holding his eye. I don't know what's going on here. If it's going to be anything, any free kick or drop ball or something. I don't know. I think it's a throw in though. We're going to a VAR check. Penalty for I don't. It's not a penalty. It's an accidental. You know, hand. Yasser Ibrahim and Sitole arguing. There's a VAR check on a penalty. Mo Salah was hit in the eye by Mudai, but I don't think it's a penalty. It can't be a penalty. It's not a penalty. So they shouldn't even bother with this. What? Why are they going for a VAR check on this? It's not a penalty. Unless there's something else that I'm missing, this is not a penalty. Let's see. What are we watching here? I need to know what this is about. Why are we having a VAR check here? Mudau incidentally hitting or accidentally hitting Salah in the eye as he's chasing for a loose ball. Salah goes down, he's holding his face. He didn't even complain. So this can't be a penalty. What's the referee gonna say? The referee better not do anything crazy. Don't do anything crazy. VAR penalty. What? 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 This is corruption in its finest. I don't care. Huh? What? How are we giving a penalty for that? They've booked Mudau and Egypt are going to get a penalty. This is corruption. That is not a penalty. What? This is not a penalty. I don't care. This is not a penalty. What the hell is that? We went to a VAR check for an accidental hand in the eye. Salah goes down. It's a pen. Calf. What is happening here? Mad. This is mad. This is mad. How? That is mad. I can't believe that. I can't believe that that decision has been given. I'm lost because I've never seen that before. That is not a penalty. I mean, for South Africa, if there's one man that you can look to help save a penalty, it's Ronan Williams. Obviously, the first goalkeeper in African Cup of the Nations history to save 4 penalties in a penalty shootout in the last Afcon, as South Africa, ended up third place, took the bronze medal in the competition. Mo Salah stepping up against Ronan Williams in the goal. This is corruption, man. I hope justice is served here. I don't care. I do not care. I hope justice is served here. Salah stepping up against Williams. Salah, and he scores. And he scores. This is not good, man. I can't believe it. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. How? A VAR check. Salah scores. I can't believe that. I cannot believe that. How? How are we giving penalties for that? That is crazy to me. That is crazy to me. How? That doesn't even make sense. Easy pen, and that's crazy. But Mo Salah gets his goal, second goal of the tournament so far for Mo Salah, and it's 1-0 to Egypt over South Africa. Tight, cagey game, which the deadlock has been broken here. The deadlock has been broken here due to a VAR decision, which I can't actually believe to this point. But that is nuts. I can't even believe it. But we're here. Mokwena is down, holding his foot. Mohamed Hani with the foul. can't believe that. Honestly, I can't. Eee, that was a bad tackle there. Oh, a red card! Wow! Wow! Mohamed Hani has been sent off for Egypt here. Wow! It's a red card. Wow, wow. A red card for Mohamed Hani here. Mokwena is down, and I have a feeling that this has something to do with that soft penalty just here. The referee has sent off Mohamed Hani, the right back for Egypt, after a it was a pretty bad tackle by it was a bad tackle by Mokwena. Wow, wow, wow. Hassan about to give me some news. I just want to just see what happens here. Big up to Hassan. I need to see what's happened here because that looked like a bad challenge. I didn't expect it to be a red card. Mokwena is down. The Egypt players and bench, the South African players and bench are all fighting here. So let's have a look here. So Mohamed Hani fighting with Mokwena. He doesn't win the ball. Stamps on Mokwena, even though they're not going anywhere. But it was a second yellow. So it makes more sense. It's a second yellow for Mohamed Hani. And he's already been booked, so it's a red card. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. It's not even a. I mean, fair man. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough, man. Two yellows. You can't even. You can't even. That is fair enough, man. It's not even. It's not even contentious. That one. He's already been. He's already been booked. So second yellow, red card. Now South Africa have a chance here to get back into this game. Ooh, El Shanawi just picks the ball up. We're about to head into half time. Yeah, Hassan, it is a second. It is a second yellow for me. It wasn't a straight red like how I thought it was. It's a second yellow for Mohamed Hani. He goes off just before half time, and they are down to 10 men now. Egypt, and it is half time. A bit of drama towards the end of the end of that first half here. It is 1-1 between Egypt and South Africa. Hassan saying, here's the rule. If a player is accidentally hit in the eye in the penalty box during a soccer game, the referee's decision depends on whether the action was considered a foul or a foul, considered a foul, a reckless or accident. Reckless or an accident. That looked like an accident to me. And they've taken that as a deliberate hand in the eye, right? So I don't know. Egypt scored a penalty, and right towards the end of that first half, you have Mohamed Hani with a stamp on Mokwena. Mokwena goes down. Referee brandishes a second yellow for Mohamed Hani, who was booked earlier for holding on to a player's shirt in the first half, and he is now sent off. Egypt will now have to navigate through 45 minutes plus added time with 10 men, whilst South Africa will have to try and get themselves back into this game. And this is why I said today's games was going to be big. This is a big clash in Group B. An opportunity now for South Africa to take advantage of the 10 men. Can Egypt hold on for 45 minutes? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what changes that Hossam Hassan will make, the head coach of Egypt, to try and stem the now what I believe is going to be constant waves of attack now from South Africa trying to get back into the game and pushing and pushing. I wonder what's going to happen, but it looks like stuff is about to boil over in this fixture here. Big up to everybody who's watching right now. Make sure you slap a like on the video on YouTube. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell. Subscribe if you are new. If you're on X, like the broadcast. Retweet that out to all of your friends, your followers, whatever you call it. And make sure you follow on X, Instagram, and on TikTok. Big up to everybody who's been enjoying today's action as well. We still have two more games to go in this marathon of games. Zambia versus Comoros at 5:30 UK time. And then at 8 p.m., the final game of the day, Morocco against Mali in Group A. Should be a very interesting set of fixtures as well. But we are here. First half, Egypt, I believe, given a soft penalty. Mo Salah was accidentally hit in the eye by Mudau, number 20 for South Africa. He was booked. An easy penalty slotted past Ronan Williams in the South African goal by Mo Salah. And then right towards the end of the half, you have Mohamed Hani being sent off for a second yellow after a stamp on Mokoena for South Africa. Um, when you look at that first half, it was a very cagey first half. Both teams not really trying to make the mistake. Both teams utilizing the wide areas specifically because it was very difficult to play through the middle. Should be a very interesting second half because it's going to open up now with South Africa pushing to try and get the equalizer, and then maybe some more, and then for Egypt having to hold on to this 1-0 lead with 10 men should be very difficult. We have to wait and see what happens right now. Big up to everybody. I'll be back very shortly. Man, like, see him.
Yo, yo, yo. Hey, what are you saying, man? Merry
I'm
Christmas
good,
again,
man.
man.
Merry Christmas, bro.
Hey,
Hey, that first half was mad. The penalty was mad because I don't think it was a pen. Big up to Hassan. He said, I don't think it was an accident. It looked like an accident to me as well. But the referee's decision
mm,
was whether it was an accident or a foul. Soft pen. And then the second yellow comes through. And I'm like, all right. So now the advantage now is
hey,
in South Africa's favor now with the extra man on the pitch. But boy,
it's, it's it's gonna be an interesting second half, man.
I can't wait. Man, like Benny McCarthy in the studio. I couldn't believe that decision though. I was like, this is very soft.
Yeah,
I've never
I have,
seen an accidental hit to somebody's eye end up being a penalty.
I have to see it again, man. Because there's no way.
I was surprised when they said they were going to VAR. And they went to VAR, and then that was it. That was it. Could not believe it. But we're here. We have to see what happens now because at the end of the day, this now just changes the dynamic of the group again. Because Angola, Zimbabwe played out a 1-1 draw, a very entertaining game. They both get their first points of of the competition. But with now the way that this game is going, Egypt down to 10 men, but they have the 1-0 lead. South Africa
Mm,
needs to do something to get back into this game and potentially win the game with the advantage that they have one man. So let's see what happens. Honestly, it's going to be a good one. It is going to be a good one. Let's see what happens. Big up to everybody who is watching live right now. Make sure hitting a like button and subscribe button as well if you're new. And also hit the notification bell on Pros Only Sports on X, broadcasting live. Follow on X, like that broadcast, retweet it, and then also follow on Instagram and TikTok as well. Big up to man like Drizzy in the building. I said the referee spoiled the game. I think he has, man. I can't lie, because the fact that he even went to review that VAR, yeah, is just shocking to me. I can't believe that. Gives the
'cause
pen.
the
Go on,
image
bro.
that I see of it is both play like the ball is not like the ball is not in control of any of the two
Mm,
players. They're both running towards it, I guess. And his
mm.
hand flails backwards into Salah's face.
Like
So
at the end of the day, Mudai is not even looking at Salah. He's trying to go for the ball, and
I'm
it's just an accidental flick of the hand. Like it's an accidental flick of the hand. Like, come on, man. Like Drizzy saying, even Anthony Taylor or Michael Oliver won't give that penalty. It's not a pen, but they've given it, and so now here we are. Here we are. It's a shocking decision, but I could say a little bit
hey,
of justice has been served here, right? Because they are they have a man advantage now. So now South Africa really can't complain. You know, Mohamed Hani, very stupid from him as well, with that stamp on Mokoena on his foot. Mokoena's not going anywhere. He's actually facing towards his goal and it's on the touchline. You don't even need to make that challenge, and he does. And now you put your team in a bad decision, in a bad way. I also think it was very surprising um from Hassan, um, to start with Zizo in the midfield, kind of like 10 area, And he kind of
Yeah.
went back to the same front three that he started with in the game against Zimbabwe, where he went with Trezeguet on
Mm.
the right, on the left, Mo Salah on the right, and Marmoush in that false nine position again. It didn't work, and I was surprised that they decided to go with it again in this game. It hasn't really worked. They got the lucky break with the penalty. What kind of changes are they going to make now? Are they going to continue the same way, or are they going to bring a defensive player on to kind of protect them, to try and hold on to this 1-0 lead? Because I think that South Africa have enough to get behind them. And now with the extra man advantage, they have a bit of speed with Moremi and Apollos on either wing. There's an opportunity to get him behind here. So I wonder what changes Hassan will make for Egypt to try and keep them solid at the back. So yeah, there's a change has been made, and I think it's Marmoush who's gone off.
Oh wow.
Marmoush has gone off for a
Dang.
sure. I think it is Marmoush. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
and South Africa have made a change as well. Just trying to figure out who that one is. Mm,
You think it's going to be a more pragmatic approach now from Egypt in this
yeah,
second half to try and protect their lead?
so they started off the game I think in a 3-4-3. Now there's going to be a 4-4-1. Um, who came on for? I can't see who's come on. I can't see.
Sure, I think it's come on. Remember, sure
But
for
I think
Egypt.
South Africa's made a change too. That's what I've
Okay.
seen or what I heard. I know a show's come on for Mamouche,
Says
but
Sifo and Bule
okay, and Brule's come on, but for who?
and Batha.
Oh, okay, in midfield. Okay, yeah, he was okay in the first half, but not as good. So let's see what Mbule has to offer. It's Tole down and behind is a Polis. Good tackle there by Rabia. You can already tell the way that this game is gonna go now. A lot of South Africa possession, trying to get in behind, trying to get that opportunity in front of goal, and Egypt having to just be defensively solid. Should be interesting to see because there's a Polis again. Cross. You look all over the place right now. Here's Foster. Mm, where are you, bro? I'm on 47.5.
Oh damn, I'm just hitting 47 now. So I'm a few seconds behind. I'm gonna try a refresh.
Yeah, refresh, bro.
Now I'm 47.20.
I'm 47.27 now.
Okay.
Sure, with the Throw in. Egypt gather the ball. Trezeguet. Cross by Apollos. And Egypt come away with the ball. Here's Apollos. Here's Sitole.
A scrappy start to the second half. Egypt just trying to gain back possession, but missing out on those loose balls.
He's moved down. It's a lot of space. There's Apollos. Give the ball away. South Africa desperate. You can see all of their players are basically in the Egypt half. And that's a corner. Yeah.
I respect it because they definitely would have been hard done by after
Yeah.
conceding that penalty and giving Egypt the lead almost that easily. So now they just have to pile on the pressure. It's about whether they possess the quality in and around the box to play those incisive passes through the small gaps, because Egypt are gonna try and keep it compact.
Oh, Shinawi with the punch. Egypt trying to break away. South Africa. Tough tackle there. Here's Modiba. Polis. Sitole. That's a corner as well. Yeah, the pressure is really increasing right now. There's a Polis cross punched away by El Shinawi on the line. There's a lot of pressure now raining down on the Egypt goal. He's moved down. And there's another corner. Yeah, Egypt. I don't think they're surviving this. Like the way it's going right now. I don't think they're surviving this. And Apollos to take this corner kick for Moremi into El Shanawi, and he gathers. It's a free kick to Egypt. Drizzy saying that South Africa should move the ball faster before Egypt become compact. Yeah, I think the later it gets into the game, you're just going to see Egypt start to retreat and retreat and retreat back into their half, just to make it even more compact and more difficult for South Africa to move it. Yeah, but they're also not showing a lot of composure as well. South Africa, they're urgent, they're showing urgency, but no composure, and the game will run away from them if they don't show composure either. So let's see what happens. Throw into South Africa here. Taken quickly. Is Mbakazi and Gaza. Ooh, Moremi. Some misclearance by Hamdi.
Eee.
Is Modiba. Mokwena. It's a ball into Foster. Trying to fashion something. He holds the ball up well though. Here's Mudau. Sitole. Mbule. And El Shanawi catches. Goes long towards Salah. I don't understand the taking off Mamouche. You need someone. You could have had Mustafa Mohammed to come on if you were going to do that. Just so at least you have somebody up top who can hold the ball up.
Yeah. You completely eliminate having that outlet, especially for those long boots, because trying to target your wingers, Mo Salah isn't really known for his touch or hold up play in that sense. So you kicking it up to him is less of an opportunity for him to gain an advantage on the physical battle, and you see it there. It's like it's not going to stick 9 times out of 10. Whereas at least if you have a forward and a winger alongside him, then there's the opportunity to knock it down and bring others into play.
Yeah.
But also my son has made some questionable coaching selections in these first 2 games, and we've kind of seen the readjustments within his changes. But we'll see how this one goes.
Yeah. Is Moremi. Oh, that's nice. Just turns away. Takes the shot, but it's a bit selfish. Just saying, bro, if I catch Otto Addo Angola, it's so bad. To be honest, yeah, they actually were pretty bad towards the end of that game. To be fair, Zimbabwe could have won it at different points. They struggled a lot towards the end, but luckily got away with the draw, I think. And Hassan saying Israel just extended the diplomatic recognition to the 55th African state, the Somaliland Republic. Interesting. I wonder what that actually means in the political landscape. Modiba with a shot and well wide. Oh, here's Trezeguet. He's in behind. What can happen now? Takes a shot and it took a deflection.
Ah.
And Williams picks the ball up. Egypt now. They've won the ball back. Opportunity for themselves. Is Zizo. Is Ashore. Trezeguet. And they give the ball away. South Africa. Composure. Here's now Foster now. No, now we just covering for his defenders there.
Again, that's really good goalkeeping, man.
Yo, Drizzy, who you referring to? Which player? Here's Mudal. No, they give the ball away. Too lax. It's Salah. Trezeguet with a bit of space out wide. Cuts inside and gets fouled. Egypt move it quickly. Zizo. Salah. Ashore. Takes a shot and saves straight at Williams.
Don't mind that strike, man. He has limited options. Just keeping the goalkeeper honest. But you can see now in these last 10 minutes, Egypt are starting to find ways out.
I think it's a bit of complacency, if I'm being totally honest, from South Africa. You know, we're approaching half an hour left in the game, and it's like it's as if you're still 1-0 down. You still have to get that equalizer. You can't even be lax. You have to keep the urgency and the pressure on. Once again, Rabia just a lot more sharper than Mbule. Mo Salah loses out. Here's Moremi. Here's Mbule. Here's Mokwena.
Yeah, they really do need to wake up, South Africa, in terms of their quality and possession.
Wow. It's a foul there on Mbule by, I think, Atia. I'm sorry, Fati. No, I think he's still on the bench. I think he's still on the bench. Let me have a look.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still on the bench. I don't think they need to rush to make any substitutions just yet. Either way, I think they need to just see what they can do with whoever's on the pitch right now, and then if it gets into the final 15 minutes, then you can start thinking. If you're desperate for a goal and you need to make a change attacking wise, then you do it. But it's a free kick here.
I think more, if anything, for them is they need to resettle as a team, as a collective, because they've lost their way completely in this game.
Is that a pen? Oh, offside.
Hey, that must have been definitely a pen if he was on. It looked like it anyway.
Hey.
Oh.
Let's have a look. It's off. It was tighter, but that is a pen if it wasn't offside. Because he doesn't go anywhere near the ball.
So tight, man. So tight.
He tried to buy a pen there. Mudal.
Aye. Yeah.
Yeah, it's offside. It's offside, man. Egypt fans going crazy in the stadium. Yes, offside is tight, but here's Trezeguet. Egypt just keeping themselves afloat in this game. The longer it goes, the more confident they will be feeling of keeping South Africa out. Cross by Hamdi. It's an Egypt corner. Corner to come in from Egypt. Zizo to take. And Salah leaves it. Drizzy, there's 4 subs left for South Africa. They've only made 1. Mbule came on at halftime for Mbata. So they still got 4 more subs. Fans doing the wave in the stadium. There's Moroccans in the stadium. I know they're here for another hate watch. There's a foul on the edge of the box there. Here's Mudau. He's finding himself some space. There's Ngaza and Bokani. Oh, there's a ball in behind. Hey! That was a poor clearance.
Yeah. This is a series of.
There's Morim. There's Sitole. And Bokazi. Modiba. And Bule. Is a Polis. They need to sub in my client, Mofakeng. Let's see if they do make any changes. I think they're still going to keep it. Hugo Bruce is going to keep it with the same team until he's seen enough from an attacking perspective. They need to be. They need to have urgency, but composure.
I think they only have one of those right now, and it's not the composure.
It's a good ball, and they give it away. It's Salah now. Tried to give it to Zizo, but misplaces the pass. South Africa win it back now. It's Modiba into Foster. Foster just holding the ball up. Good play. Here's Mokwena. Sitole. Sapolis. Here's Mokwena. And Gaza. Here's Moremi. Hey! It's a cross across the face of goal. It's a corner. And
Egypt are hanging on.
Mofakeng is coming on for South Africa. Drizzy, your guy. policies are coming off. Let's see what happens now. Egypt can't get out. It's an effort by Mokwena. Now he's down, injured. It's an issue with his arm.
It's a time for both teams to regroup. Egypt need a break in a sense of South Africa's constant pressure, and South Africa themselves need to re-strategize on how they're going to potentially open up the Egyptians defensively. 20 minutes to go. And even though they've been pushing and probing, they haven't quite yet gotten close to goal. A few block shots, a few crosses not reaching a yellow top.
Egypt to take the goal kick. 20 minutes plus added time to go. The call up for the World Cup. I'm watching Ghana, Ivory Coast, and Senegal. Someone will miss out. And there's a foul there on Mudau by Zizo. There's Moremi. Mokwena. There's Mofakeng. Mokwena into Foster. Foster's down, holding his legs. Is Moremi with an ambitious effort well over the bar.
Wow. To attempt that shot outside of the box, acrobatic. Nah, man, come on. You're chasing the
Afcon
game, and
special.
this is what we're doing. Hey,
Afcon special. That's it. And Salah, taken away from him by Mbakazi. Good defending. Drizzy said he doesn't want Kamaldeen Sulemana at the World Cup. Calls him a useless player. He's actually started the season well with Atalanta, to be fair. So we'll see what happens with him. He probably gets called up, but I don't think he starts in Ghana's best team. Is Moremi. Gets the cross in. Egypt clear. Here's Williams. South Africa still probing. Here's Foster. Brings the ball down. Oh, shot! Saved by El Shanawi from Mudau. It's Mofokeng.
Oh, strong hand there by El Shanawi from the initial strike.
There's Moremi with the pressure. Pressure is beginning to increase on the Egyptian goal once again. Move down with a big strike there. Now he saves. Sitole off. Magopa on. Mo Salah trying to chase a loose ball. They're going two up top now. South Africa. Evidence Magopa and Lau Foster. Here's Moremi. Cross. Here's Mokwena. Mofokeng. Egypt finally able to come out. Here's Zizo now. What is he going to do? Looking for some support. He's got to keep the ball. Players trying to come forward. Here's Atia over the bar. That was the first break in a long time for Egypt. And unable to capitalize and kill the game. Yes, sure. It's Trezeguet. Mudau coming away with it. Is Moremi. Ooh. Game is finally balanced. Egypt holding on. South Africa trying to get a goal to equalize and then maybe push for a winner. Foster not fouled. Doesn't look like it. Still one.
To Morocco.
No, this is Egypt, South Africa.
So who's winning?
Egypt.
Ah,
It's South Africa. Moremi. It's Foster holding the ball up. Oh, like, ooh! That was a chance for South Africa. Lau Foster with a back heel and Modiba unable to get the finish right. It's a bit of space now for Mbule. Trezeguet coming off, and Zizo coming off for Egypt. Shahata coming on, and then Mohanad Lashin coming on. It looks like they're looking to just shut up shop now. Egypt with the final 11 plus added time to go.
Still a long time to hold on.
There's Modiba. Shanawi punches the ball. Egypt now can come away with it. And they give it away. There's Mudau. Ball into Foster, but given away. South Africa win the ball back in midfield. South Africa unable to break down the 10 men of Egypt. They're struggling. The CAF president and his wife, they seem unhappy. They're both South African. Moremi off. Makwana on for South Africa. Here's Makwana trying to go at the Egyptian defense. It's Mudau and Gazana. Long range strike by Makwana, and it goes right through to El Shanawi. South Africa look devoid of ideas. They don't know what to do.
Drizzy said it earlier. They haven't been moving the ball quick enough, finding that change of pace when they get up into the area, and then the quality of passing is completely fallen off a cliff in the second half.
Why?
Oh my goodness!
Shocking, bro.
Look, you knock the ball back up the pitch. You regain possession and you decide to smack it from there. No wonder you can't get back in the game.
Shocking.
Every single time you make a decision like that, you're giving Egypt an opportunity to slow the pace of the game down. Hold on to the ball, get their players up the pitch.
You had handed a lifeline with Mohamed Hani sending off at the end of the first half, and you haven't taken it in any capacity. Shocking.
You would think it's still 11 versus 11.
Seven minutes and added time to tie the match, says Hassan. Yes, we are. The time is going, and they haven't really troubled El Shanawi in the goal. Maybe now. Too high for Makopa. And there's a shot by Foster.
Aye.
Egypt. Now, here's Ashore. It's basically him by himself, surrounded by 4 defenders, and the attack breaks down. You don't beat Egypt with slow passes, says Drizzy. It's true. They need better composure too. The attacks keep breaking down just to poor decision making. It's a bit of space here now. So for South Africa, here's Mokwana. That South Africa space will be crazy popping. They'll be pissed. Boy, the one thing that they can say is that they've got 3 points in this group, and then their final group game is against their neighbors Zimbabwe, where you win that game, you're through to the next round. So they've got a bit of a lifeline. But Zimbabwe, with a point, have every right to think that they can go into that derby against their neighbors to get a win and basically book their spot into the second round and knock their neighbors out. This is how you know that that game is going to be so good. And that will take place on Monday. That will be taking place on Monday. The final group games for Group B take place on Monday.
We are ready for it, man.
Here's Mudau. Morocco versus South Africa. We need it. Hey, it could happen. It's Foster in the box. Oh, that's poor. Hey! 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 Is there a pen? Hey! Oh, no. It's just outside the box. Ooh! Ooh!
They were lobbying for that penalty, though.
Oi!
I see a man run all the way to the spot and point at it.
Oi! Oi! So I believe it goes. Let's have a look. So let's have a look at the bracket.
Oh, he possibly handles it inside the box.
VAR.
Are they gonna check it?
Let's see. Are they checking it? Let's see. Let's have a look here. Is it in the box? That's in the box. That's in the box. That is a pen. I don't care. It's in the box. VAR.
If you're giving the penalty to Egypt in the first half, then you have to give South Africa this penalty right here, right now.
VAR. I don't care. So the bracket goes like this, Drizzy. Runner-up of Group A takes on runner-up of Group C in the round of 16. Winner of Group D takes the third place of either B, E, or F, the best third place. Mo Salah coming off for Osama Faisal. The winner of Group B takes on the third place team of either Group A, C, or D. The winner of Group F faces the runner-up of Group E. The runner-up of Group B takes on the runner-up of Group F. The winner of Group A takes on the third place of C, D, or E. Winner of Group E takes on the runner-up of Group D, and the winner of Group C takes on the third of A, B, or F. But there's a lot to discuss beforehand. That is a penalty. I don't care. No VAR. What's going on? What's going on? I hope that they're speaking to him to go and review. And I think that's what's happening, because I think they...
Surely, and it's taking so long.
Yeah, they're speaking to him. I'm sure of it. It's a pen, though. It's a penalty. I don't care. It's a penalty. And they've taken off Mo Salah, which is like crazy to do. So we've hit 90 minutes now. South Africa are most likely going to get themselves a reprieve in this game after toiling to try and get an equaliser, but it is a penalty for me. South Africa fans are praying. They're praying right now. But it's a pen. 7 minutes of added time added on.
I mean, it's ridiculous how long it's taken to discuss this.
Mama Joy. Mama Joy is back. It's a pen, though. This is a pen. I don't care. The pressure building up, panicking would not help. If he goes to the monitor, it's a pen. Yeah, for sure. But I think it's a penalty. There's no way that it's not. He has to go because he gave a free kick anyway. So he has to review it. This is a penalty. This is 100% a penalty. I don't care. Because if you can give a penalty for Mo Salah, you can give a penalty here.
Added time is going to go crazy.
He's going to the monitor. He's going to the monitor.
Yep. It's better.
It's going to be a pen. I don't care. That's a
Exactly,
handball.
Hassan, because like it's clear in the footage that it hits his arm inside the area.
Is he going to give it, though? And it is going to be...
Let's see.
Oh! He didn't give it! No pen! He didn't give it! No pen!
Wow!
No pen!
Yes, sir. Listen, he is...
Nah!
Oh
No
my God.
No pen! It should not take that long to decide. CAF president might send him home if he doesn't give this. That is a pen! I do not care! What? What is happening here?
Yes, sir. Ibrahim praying, bro. Thanking.
Mad.
That's getting emotional just for the penalty itself. To the whole, because it was originally given as a free kick, I believe. So all of that
doesn't-
just waved off.
waved off. Because in my opinion, if it's been given as a free kick, yeah, then it should have just stayed as a free kick.
Wow.
Because that's what he gave. That was the on-field decision. You thought it was a free kick, even.
And then the
South
question
Africa.
stands, why did it take so long to come to this decision?
I don't know.
The evidence is conclusive. Surely it just goes down to your knowledge. There must have been some conflictions in regards to the incident earlier in the game to give Egypt a penalty, but
Hassan saying I need to know the reason. We're not getting any reasoning for any of this. It's just sweep it under the rug and move on.
You ain't got no 5-minute report, man.
Mad. El Shanawi's gone down again. Two minutes of the added time remaining. I'm sure there will be some additional time added on top. Final minute of added time. Here's Mudau. Mokwena to take the corner. Is this the final opportunity? Lavota! El Shanawi with a good save. Foster with a free header. Aye.
There was so much space.
He had time as well. Another corner swing down, swing in. And Egypt clear up field. And Egypt get the throw in. And I think that's it. They give it away. Can South Africa throw it forward for one more chance? There's going to be a bit more added time here because of the VAR check. They're pushing it forward now. They've got to throw it into the box now. Here's Mokwena. He's going to take it himself. El Shanawi coming out. Punches away. Modiba with a cross, but poor. No. And that's it. And it's a handball. No, that's a handball. It's not full time just yet. And Egypt will escape. Egypt will escape with the 3 points here to put themselves in pole position in the group. Williams gonna shoot this long upfield. Final chance for South Africa. Can they get anything on the ball? They won't. The ref still not blowing his whistle. Williams has the ball, pushes it forward. Ref still won't blow the whistle. Long ball towards Foster. Rabia with the header. And Egypt have it now. And Egypt's going to go towards the corner because they have won this game. Here's a Shaw. And that's it. It's going to be over now. Egypt still have possession. They keep it. And it's a shot on Williams' goal. Still we play. Hossam Hassan is saying it's over. It should be over. But Egypt have possession again. South Africa trying to battle forward. El Shanawi kicks it long. There's still game is still going. Egypt win it back. Ashore. Pushing forward, Ashore. Ashore still has the ball. And it's a foul. Well, Ashore's just held on to the ball. South Africa still playing. The referee's giving them all of the chances in the world. They need to be composed in this last moment for this final chance. Hey, Modiwa! Shot goes wide. Oh, it's a corner.
Ooh.
Took a big deflection there. It's a corner now. This is the final kick of the game.
It has to be this. Now or never.
Okay. Wait, it took a deflection, but they gave a goal kick. What? That's game over. Full time.
Wow.
Egypt spent over 50 minutes with 10 men, survived a VAR penalty claim towards the end of the game. South Africa toiled and toiled and toiled and were unable to get the equalizer in this game. No composure in front of goal. No composure in the final third. And here we are. We arrive at the full-time score, 1-0 to Egypt, courtesy of a Mo Salah soft penalty given also by virtue of VAR. They can be proud of the defensive effort in that final 45 minutes plus added time in the game. El Shanawi, you could say, man of the match performance, assured, cleared everything, caught everything. What are you saying, bro? How did you feel that second half went? Because that must have been very frustrating for the South African players and fans alike.
I'd say Egypt did a superb job of defending. They but if I'm a South African heading back into the locker room now, I'm really thoroughly disappointed for a couple of reasons. Knowing the softness of the penalty that was given away in the first half to present Mo Salah with the opportunity to give the Pharaohs the lead, and then also not gaining the penalty in the second half to have the chance to equalize, even though Ibrahim clearly handles the ball. If you're looking at as a football fan, of course, we've said it many a time, it's harsh. Those kind of penalties are harsh, but just the nature of the penalty that was given away in the first half, you have to atone to that error. But they wipe away the offense overall and then just keep on going. In terms of the quality on ball, we can criticize South Africa. I think Drizzy mentioned it. They moved the ball too slow. They weren't able to change the tempo of their passes in order to drag players out of position and understand when to really hit that knockout blow. And they put in a few dangerous crosses in there. I think Lau Foster did a good job of holding up the ball. Unfortunately, attacks broke down when they tried to play in and around the area. And that's where, things led to those long pot shots that were nowhere near really going in it, except for the one at the very end, which we thought was going to be a corner kick, but they give a goal kick in it and the game is over. It's unfortunate for South Africa because they had a 27-match unbeaten run. That is now over. The last time that they actually lost the game was in Afcon 2 years ago in 2024. And also, Egypt gained a victory over South Africa for the first time since 2006. So there's a lot of records on each side being broken, good and bad if you consider both sides respectively. And it was a frustrating game to watch from the perspective of South Africa and a very nervy game to watch if you're an Egyptian. But in the end, Egypt go 2 for 2. Salah scored in both games now, and they're able to head into that third and a very important matchup, looking to secure and end the group stages in style, to be honest, because it's a frustrating one, man. We're gonna definitely need an explanation as to why Yasser Ibrahim's penalty was overturned.
So Hassan's come through saying the referee determined that the Egyptian player Yasser Ibrahim had an arm in a natural position or the contact wasn't intentional enough to warrant a penalty under the current IFAB rules. And he said that's from AI search that he did. Go on.
I think we're heading in the right place. Based off of the first half penalty, was that intentional?
Was that intentional? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. That because that was not intentional for the penalty that was given. And so right on your line of thinking, I was like, that was the contentious decision. So the only thing that you can do as a referee is to even the playing field by giving the penalty after review. Because they told you to review it. So the only thing you have to do is, after knowing in your conscience that was soft, in the eyes of the game, that was soft that I gave it, I'm going to give this one because it's handball. And he doesn't do it. And look, you have to give credit to the Egyptians for the way they defended in that second half. They go on to 6 points and they move very basically an edge closer to make it through to the round of 16. As for South Africa, one more opportunity against their neighbors, Zimbabwe, on Monday. Should be a very entertaining game, especially with Zimbabwe looking like they want to get into the next round. Could they do it at the expense of their neighbors? We'll see what happens. Big up to man like CM for coming through. We'll be back.
Yes.
In literally 20 minutes or so, because the next game, Zambia versus Comoros in Group A, will be a very interesting game as well. Big up to everybody who's been watching on YouTube, on X. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe. All of those good stuff right there. We'll be back in 20 minutes, people. Egypt run out 1-0 winners over South Africa. We're out. Peace.